Aloha, aloha, aloha. Mike Dillard coming at you live and direct from Honolulu, Hawaii. Welcome to the M3 Power Collabs with Mike Dillard. Yeah, so glad y'all could make it. Today's first, we're going to jump right into it, right? Our guest host today is none other than Sequoia Lawson. Sequoia Lawson owns a fabulous vegan soul food fusion restaurant in North Hollywood, California, y'all. North Hollywood, right? She is the queen of vegan soul food fusion, undisputed champion. What's up, sis? How we doing today?
So grateful, so thankful, so phenomenal. How you doing, big brother?
Hey, man, you know how I do it. I'm doing great. I'm excited to be alive, and God is good, man. So we're going to talk about today. Now, this is the very first episode, so Sequoia knows how this is done. But this is the very first episode, so y'all never seen this show. Maybe listen to my podcast, Fully Submitted with Brother Mike. Shameless plug. I'm just saying, but maybe you know that or maybe not, right? But this show here, so M3 stands for Mindset Matters Most. And the reason that is, I see my sister Keisha in the hizzy. Aloha, Keisha. Yeah. So mindset matters most. And the reason I say this is because, you know what? We're not going to have a political discussion. We're not going to have a religious discussion. We're not going to have none of that, right? It's like, look, no matter what situation you are in, if you got the right mindset, you can overcome it, right? If you change your mindset, you change your money. You change your mindset, you change your money. You change your mindset, you will change your money. So that's what we're here to do today. We're going to help you change your mindset by going through stories where people have struggled. They was at a low place, but somehow they overcame, and they're going to share a tip with you too. So, you can learn from their mistakes. Okay, super important. So what we're going to do is go ahead and turn this over to my little sis here, Sequoia, right? Sequoia, tell us a little bit about your primary company, because I know you got many companies, but today we're just going to focus on the one. Just the one, okay?
The one, and the only Living Phenom Foods. That's the firstborn of the empire. And
Yes.
Living Phenom Foods is love poured out. It's my I love you. It's my edible I love you, as I love to refer to it. You have your edible arrangement, and then you have your edible I love you. So Living Phenom Foods is the edible I love you. It's the I love you that detoxifies, nourishes, and replenishes the body through organic produce in, as you've already said, vegan soul food fusion fashion. So we make it tasty, delicious, nutritious, and it's going to be good to you.
I love that. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get situated so we can see Obama. I'm trying to get a little props to Obama up in there. These stupid cameras, man, I can never get them right. It is what it is. But man, let me tell y'all, if you go on and look at Living Phenom on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, man, I'm telling you, the videos are fire. The food looks amazing. There's famous people in there eating their food, and they're like, what do you mean there's no meat in this food? How can that be possible, right? That's the type of food that Sequoia makes. And that's why I say she is the undisputed queen. You got some people that make vegan, but a lot of people are scared of vegan. They're like, well, vegan, that sounds nasty, right? But Sequoia's is different. It's vegan soul food fusion. It's like a little delicious mix there, right? It's fire. So anyway, next time y'all are in North Hollywood, California, make sure you swing by. People are out over there at Fulton Kitchens. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my mom just showed up. My mother just showed up. Aloha, Mom. My mom, she's supporting me.
Yay!
So hey, we're about to jump right in this, right? Because we want to respect everybody's time. We try to keep this down to 30 minutes, and we're already a little before. So Sequoia, boom, take us back, okay? Take us back into a moment when you was in the struggle. You was going through it, sis. All right, you got it.
All right.
Let's hear it. All right.
So we're going to go back. Welcome back.
Wait, how far are we going back?
We going way back like car seats to 2013, big brother.
That's how we do it. I love it.
Okay. 2013, that car seat was an extra large car seat for me because in 2013, I was at the tailings of 400 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Morbid obesity was real. And I was trapped in that prison, and my body got up to just blew up. And I was stuck on the couch, half paralyzed, acutely blind, and deaf. So I just didn't know when my sight was going to go. I didn't know when my hearing was going to go. I didn't have full use of my body. And I was living on the complete opposite side of the country in the most life-threatening domestic violence situation I've ever experienced to date. Thank God that's over, so I won't be having that in my future. And I, as if it couldn't get any worse, I had to use the restroom. And I went to get up off the couch, and there was no legs working that day. It was not a leg day. And I remember just stand, like I had the strength to stand, and then I just went face down into the floor. And that's when it just was like, I realized it got real. It wasn't, this is intense. How do you just not, your legs are not working. That's it. You're up and then you're down. And then now it's 400 pounds with one arm that's not working, one arm that is working, and no legs that has to get across the living room to go around the corner to get to the restroom. And I didn't make it, as you could imagine. And as if it couldn't get any worse, it did. And it got worse when I was so ashamed of myself and so disgusted and so helpless and so hopeless. This is not supposed to happen. There is no preparation for this. There's no interview with your doctor or consultation where they can tell you that you're going to be okay. So you're terrified. And the only thing I could think of was I have to die. So God, if you exist, for your mercy, if you would just kill me, if you would just take me home. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to suffer like this. What am I supposed to do? I cannot move my legs. I have one arm that's working, and I have 400 pounds to drag halfway across a house. And I remember crying and feeling, just feeling like I wanted to melt into the floor. I just wanted the floor to open up and swallow me, so I didn't have to live with the shame beyond the moment of being an adult who didn't make it to the bathroom, you know? And I heard the voice of the Lord speak to me and say to me, not sure I'm going to take you home, but he said, if I were to come and eat with you, what would you feed me? And that's when I lifted up my head and I could see into the pantry, and there was nothing in there from Genesis.
So what you mean from Genesis? Explain that right quick, please. Absolutely.
There was nothing in there from the beginning of creation, before there were factories, before there was convenience stores, before there was nothing. Everything was pre-made. It was dry, you know, it was more chemical than natural. And I just had this like moment where I could see the Garden of Eden, you know, I see all this beautiful produce and everything. And what I had to offer him didn't match what he offered me.
Right.
And that was the start right there. He had me. If I were to come and eat with you, what would you feed me? And I thought, well, you're God, you know, what would God eat? He would eat what he made, right? What did he make?
I was like, what would God eat, right? Okay.
Right? You don't think about that until you're face down in the floor. Fortunately, no one's going to have to do that. They don't have to get face down in the floor. They can get face to face with me. I did the hard work for them. They don't have to suffer like I did to have that encounter, because it's been done already. We've been there, we've done that. Now it's easy for you. So let's just fast forward a little bit. I had that moment. I realized I don't have anything to offer him. So it was I started to eliminate things that I knew were not good for me. The things that I felt guilty about eating, you know, I had to throw the Doritos out.
Not the Doritos.
They had to be the first one to go.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Hurting. Okay.
Yeah. It just was, you know, another thing and another thing and another thing. And the more I gave up, the more I gave up the excess weight I was carrying.
Mm.
And then the more I gave up, like being a hopeless case. It went from 31 diagnoses that were of things that were going wrong in my body, where my body was actually an organ failure, 31 different diagnoses, to 15. And then from 15 to like 7. And then from 7 to, we don't know what happened.
Oh man, that's amazing. Uh-huh. Wait, I just gotta ask. I'm sorry, I just gotta ask, right? Because this is bananas. This is blowing my mind. You're telling us, everyone that's watching on Facebook, everyone that's watching on YouTube and on Facebook, you are telling us you were about 400 pounds. So basically, on a 3-cushion couch, you probably took up like two and a half cushions. About two of the cushions. God talked to you, and God will often ask, like in the Bible, you see the disciples would ask Jesus something, and then he gave them an answer, and they'd be like, that's not the answer we were looking for. Like, what you mean? Like, I asked you to take me home. You asking me if, what am I going to feed you, right? It's like,
right.
But from that, you learned how to basically cook a certain way, and you're telling me the weight came off, right? Did you, you didn't have like a personal trainer? You didn't have you weren't taking no supplements, no fat burners, no surgery, nothing.
I just gotta ask. You have to ask because those are very good questions, and I'm honored to answer. I had surgery, but I've had about 25 testimony. I just saw the word pop up. 25 surgeries, and none of them were for cosmetics. They were all for surgical experimentation. So I have scars from my skull to my feet, and there was no personal training that. I couldn't even, they couldn't pinpoint when I would be able to see, hear, or walk, let alone talk. So there was no personal trainer. I didn't have money for that. I was being abused, and struggling. So there was no personal trainer. There was no diet. There was no supplements. That's a luxury. I had to get back to like our ancestors when they had to go up on the mountain and talk to God and either do what he said or die miserably.
Your choice, life or death. Right, okay.
I sit before you, and I was really surprised by how seriously, I was very serious when I was like, will you kill me, God? And he was like, can I come to your house and eat? And I was like, I want to come to your house, but why would you want to eat? Wait a minute, this is real. It became serious for me, it's an awakening. And I could have either listened to that or listen to everything that had already failed me and brought me to the point where my body was a mess. No, I didn't want to listen to anybody else tell me anything. I wanted to listen to God. And I was very surprised at how obedient and passionate I became, and how it became my badge of honor, I have to protect this, this is mine, this is my army to lead. And to lead people to the same nutritional health and wellness that God himself has led me to through education and through preparation. It's just, this is me living out thank you. This is me pouring out love. This is my thank you to God. So no, there was none of that. No, Jesus is my personal trainer.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how I do it too, right? Yeah. But it's truly amazing is that now y'all can't really see Sequoia. I mean, you can see her somewhat, but you can't see if she was working out. And Sequoia is ripped. Sequoia, I always say Sequoia looks like a little bodybuilder, right? Sequoia is ripped, but you can see the neck. You can see, right? You can see she doesn't work out. It's just the food that God told her to eat. That's it. So that's whoa. So, I mean, this is pretty amazing, right? So, I mean, boom. So let's see how we doing. We're about halfway through, right? We talked about, you took us to a point, you took us to a low point, right? When you was in the struggle, and you took us to a high point, right? So there's the success. So You've kept it off now. And I think you said like 8 years. How many years you kept this weight off
Almost
now?
a decade. I have not gained a single pound since I gave birth to my son, and he will be 10 in September.
Prince
And
Elijah, Prince Elijah. Okay.
yes, God bless him. And I want to share because it's important that I just passed my best weight or my peak performance weight in high school when I ran track and I lifted weights. I was 155 pounds. I just am now below my peak performance weight in high school. I'm below 20% body fat. And I'm below 155 pounds. I'm like 150, 145,
That's
5'10".
amazing.
Absolutely.
That's the fountain of youth.
Yes, it is. He said he would
So
restore the days of our youth. So
listen, Linda. So the reason I chose you to come on first, because I got people, I mean, it's like I got people lined up for different episodes, but I'm like, no. I got to bring Sequoia on first because your story is so amazing. It's like people are spending all of this money to buy these supplements and they're killing themselves, putting all of these chemicals in their body, and they're eating meat that's basically been genetically modified and water that's got bleach and chemicals and who knows what else, right? But here you go. God talked to you. You ate a certain way. It's almost like they say the time stream. So you look at the time stream, right? You got BC and then AD. So it's like before Christ entered, and then it's like, boom, it's after, right? So you see the effects before Christ entered and talked to you. And I know some of y'all listening, maybe you're not Christians, you're not believers. This is not the place to this, we're not debating it. It's none of that stuff. It's about eating a certain way and looking at this woman. Look at this woman. Look at her skin. Keisha, good looking out. She says, you're beautiful, sis. Clear skin, healthy lady. Man, that's another one of her companies. All right, quick shout out for your other company with the beauty line, please.
Living Beauty. This is Beauty by Living Beauty, Face by Living Beauty. All organic, holistic, all natural makeup products.
So check this out, y'all. And I hadn't even planned on going here today, but honestly, like the more you talk to Sequoia, the more amazing her story is, right? It's like God taught her how to make anything with plants, and gave her like, you're certified as a holistic coach, right?
Yes, I am.
Right. So she has these certifications, but it's like God downloads this information. Like you make foods, right? And you don't you just now started putting it down on recipes, but tell them like how you actually make foods. How do you come up with all of these different? I looked on your social media, sis. You got like hundreds of different recipes, and they all look good. How you come up with that stuff?
God speaks to me. He just shows me a picture in my mind. He shows me the entire meal process from beginning to end. I taste each ingredient, I smell it, and then I just execute it. And it just every time, as long as I'm focused, every time it's going to come out as though I've been making this consistently as like I'm an expert. It's just obedience. He speaks, I listen, and it happens. I love it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like God is telling her how to make this stuff. You guys understand the significance of that, right? He's telling her like, hey, he shows her the picture and it's like, hey, get this.
Yes.
2 tablespoons of this, 2 teaspoons of that, a dash of this, bring, and it comes out, right? That's amazing. That's
Absolutely
amazing. And here's something else that you all need to know, right? So another shameless plug for Sequoia, right? For Living Phenom Foods, North Hollywood, California, doing it big out there to the stars, right? And man, listen. What y'all don't also know is that Sequoia she's an herbologist, right? She's a mix-up. So anything with herbs, anything with plants, I mentioned this earlier. This woman has a gift to do this. And then she's a mixologist, right? So she can make any sort of drink or concoction with plants. It's amazing. So tell us, like, you got some drinks. You got some special drinks, right?
I do.
And they look amazing. They taste amazing, but they do different things, right? So why don't you unpack maybe like your 4? Let's talk about that right quick.
All right.
Please.
All right. The first one we're going to get into is our mood booster. We're still working on the name for it, but our mood booster is, I mean, it does exactly what it says. It's ancient herbs that are known to improve your body's ability to produce the chemicals that create good thoughts. It mimics the same neurological secretions. It's almost the same material your brain makes when it's thinking good thoughts. You get to drink
That's
it,
amazing.
and it partners
That's
with your
amazing.
brain and encourages your brain to think good thoughts. So that's just one. Another one that
Okay.
we love is our, what do we call it? Oh, our Omega Force hot cacao. The
I love
Omega
it.
Force. Omega. The Omega Force is our meal replacement. It's like a cross between your breakfast hot chocolate or hot chocolate any time of the day and your meal replacement. So it's very filling. 1 cup will fill you as a meal. You feel like you just ate a full meal. But it has the same minerals your body is made out of from an organic plant substance that grows wild. And it has your omegas, your essential fatty acids, your antioxidants. It's got what you need to detoxify your body, detoxify your organ, to eliminate fat, and it's super protein packed. That's what's gonna fuel you for the ripped exhibit when they'll be asking you which way is the beach, and you'll be like, the beach is that way, you know?
Oh, she wasn't guns. I wasn't gonna ask. That's my sis right there. That's how we do it.
And
all right, let's get one more drink.
One more?
We're at 21 minutes. Okay, we got one more.
Okay. We have our our glow up. So we have our glow up, which is it's our beautify. It's going to enhance your skin's ability to glow from the inside and eliminate acne by detoxifying the substances from your body that's taken in through your environment and expelling those and soothing and reducing the inflammation of the skin. And also it does have a natural sunblock built into the herbs that are used in tea. So those who are highly sensitive with their skin, especially the California sun exposure, will be ingesting a layer of protection that their body will naturally create to help them in the sun. So it's not boosting melanin, but it's definitely boosting the body's natural ability to protect itself by helping to create healthy skin. Yes.
It's like an interior shield, like an interior sunscreen, right?
Absolutely. It's interior armor.
That's amazing. And here's the thing, right? We all know that these companies, these corporations, I mean, they're not going to sell you stuff like this, right? They're just not, right? It's not going to be whole. It's not going to be organic. It's not going to be what's best for you. A lot of zincs, heavy metals, all types of stuff that we all know cause cancer. And it's right there on the package. Yet people continue to use it. Why? They don't have an alternative. But guess what? She's here now, right? The queen is here, right? That's how we do it. Okay, so down to 23 minutes. So what we're going to do right now, since we're going to jump to the last segment, right, which is the strategy. So on M3, we talk about the struggle, the success, and the strategies. So boom, let's hit us up with one. What strategy would you want to share with these people? So whether they're going into business or somebody that's trying to lose weight or, just to feel better about themselves in general, what would you share?
Vision. Without a vision, there is no goal. There is no finish line. There is no success. Get a vision. Do not oppose your own success by not having a clear image of what that looks like. Get an image. If your vision is to have the best body of your life, find somebody who kind of looks a little bit like you, that's in the desirable shape that you want to be in. You see, and you have to want that just for a little bit, because in order for you to want that, you have to say that you don't have it.
Right.
And telling yourself that you don't have it and that you believe that you can is going to produce the results for you. And that's where the want converts into I have this to do, so I have to do this. I have to do this for me. I have to see nothing except for the finish line. When I had to learn how to walk and get up off that floor, I had to see what it was like to stand again. I had to see what it was like to be in a fit, toned, athletic, flexible, strong, resilient body. A youthful, I had to tell myself that. It wasn't just the vision. It was the words that partner with the vision. You can see a beautiful body, but if you say ugly things to that beautiful body, that body will produce ugly things.
It does.
So,
it's true.
I for sure had to make sure I was saying what I wanted to see and seeing what I wanted to say. If I'm going to say I'm beautiful, I'm going to see I'm beautiful. And me seeing it and saying it, it just worked. So it was the vision, seeing it, saying it, seeing it, saying it, seeing it, saying it. I literally brainwashed myself to believe I was fit, I was strong, I was healthy, I was young, I was beautiful, I had it going on, I'm a success and everything else. And
there it is. And she's phenomenal. You're phenomenal, sis. It worked, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I always, and Keisha's on here. So me and Keisha, we did a live together. Keisha is a highly motivated person. You know, she's a public speaker. She does all types of stuff, right? But we both get lit, like when we start talking about like mindset and, you know, positivity and this and that. It's like, you know what, man, like Muhammad Ali, a lot of people said that Muhammad Ali had a big mouth and he was always talking about, you know, I'm the greatest of all time. That, you know, at one point he wasn't. He was just some skinny kid, right, from Louisville, talking about he's gonna be the greatest of all time. What some people said was, you know what, Muhammad Ali was actually he was training his brain. He was saying it until he believed it. And see, once your mind accepts that command, because you got to say it with passion. Once your mind accepts that command, I am the greatest of all time. And then you start performing like that. On the way up, you already striving to perform like that. But then once you get that mindset, see, that's what I'm saying. Mindset matters most. Once you get that mindset, you live it out. And then guess what? All the rest of the world's going to be like, yeah, Ali is the greatest, right? But it started first in his mind.
Yeah.
Right? Mindset matters most. So on this, we're going to close out. So whenever y'all hear me say this phrase, this is the phrase that pays. I always say it 3 times because it sticks in your mind. I don't know. Some people say 7, but 3 times it'll stick in your mind, right? So it's mindset. Ooh, that's not it. Hey, hold on, let me rewind. This is live, so I can't go back and rewind it. I ain't going to edit it out, right? Change your mindset. Change your money. Change your mindset. Change your money. Change your mindset, change your money, right? And that's it. So Sequoia, sis, we appreciate you. I'm so glad that you came out to the show. What an honor to have you.
Thank you for having me so much. It's so fun.
Absolutely. And like I told you last night, so Living Phenom Foods is Sequoia in North Hollywood. And then there's her partner, her sister, right? Tanisha, I call her Lady T, right? Tanisha Costales, right? So she's in New York, right? So I said, okay, I'm gonna get Lady T on the show. We're gonna have T on, but then at another time, we're gonna get the whole Living Phenom squad on here, and we're gonna talk about struggles in your business, right? So this time it's personal, but then when you and T are here, we're gonna talk about struggles in your business that y'all overcame, right? And you know, I know
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, right? So on that note, hey. We love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be encouraged. And remember, mindset matters most. Thank you so much for supporting. See you next Friday. Same time, same channel. Okay. Aloha. Yeah.